Has anyone ever called you an old soul before in your life? Are you between the ages of 18 and 23? And people have said that to you, or they come to you with their life's problems and want to talk to you? Well, stay tuned because here's what I can share. Hey everyone, my name is Carol. Hey everyone, my name is Caroline Rena, and I help people. The hell do I do? Oh, okay, what do I do? Hey everyone, I'm Caroline Rena, and I help people heal from trauma, raise their vibration, and find. Hey, I'm Caroline Rena, and I help people heal from trauma, raise your vibration. Hey, I'm Caroline. Hey, I'm Caroline Rena, and I help people. Hey, I'm Caroline Rena, and I help people heal from trauma and raise your vibration and find the truth of who you are so you can spiritually awaken. So, on that note, what I want to talk about today is old souls. And one of the things I wanted to share with you is the fact that I am, and I mentioned this before, an Uber and Lyft driver. So, rideshare driver, we'll stay with that. And what was interesting was when I started this journey, a friend of mine said to me, figure out exactly what kind of job you want, something that's going to bring you these feelings at the end of the day that are powerful, and it continues to help raise the vibration. And so I listened to that and I sat with it. And one day I was in my living room, away from everybody, just figuring out what exactly I wanted. And so what I said was, because I'm a transformational coach, I want to continue to be able to, support people in this job, whatever it's going to look like, and be a safe space for people to come to and vent if they need to, or if they need to hear something I have to say, whatever, and whatever it was. And so what happened was within, I believe it was the next day, the idea to sign up for Uber and Lyft came in to me. I call it downloading. And so when it came in, I was like, this is interesting, because the other piece of what I was asking for was to have a good boss and someone who would appreciate me and someone who I could kind of do my own schedule with, and it all came in. And so I signed up, and at the very beginning, I was still kind of getting my feet wet. And even though I had done Uber years ago, it wasn't the same. And now, being in a different space, it was more, um, uh, and for me being in a different space, it was more or less where I was just getting used to it again because it was so long ago. And as time went on, so I started this in, I think it was around October of last year, 2022. And as it progressed, the more I did my healing work, the more my vibration raised. Also, the people who got in my car were different. And they were kind of very, I don't know how, it was like intense in a good way, or aware, or I'm not really sure how to explain it, but it was just, it resonated with me. Like, get in, I have a storage container in the back that says good vibes. So when I open that to take somebody to the airport and they recognize it, they'd be like, oh my God, or when they got in the car, I play Native American flute music, or Yanni and different things that come up on Pandora of piano music. So it's very relaxing. And the energy in the car, in and of itself, I try to keep as a safe space. So now what I'm noticing, especially within the last, I don't know, month and a half to 2 months, a lot of young between the ages of 18 and 23-ish are getting in my car, and they're old souls. And when I start talking, like I see it in their eyes, there's a depth, there's this intensity, there's this loving nature that doesn't show up with, or I'm sorry, there's a loving nature that only shows up with these people. And when I look at them, I'm like, oh my gosh, has anyone ever called you an old soul before? And their eyes light up and they're like, uh, oh my gosh, yeah, people who say that all the time. And then I say, well, do you also feel like everyone's energy, or do you feel like real deep feelings, or something like that? I'll ask that question. They're like, yeah. And sometimes people come to me all the time and they're telling me what their problems are, and I'm just 23. I don't know how to answer any of that stuff, but I do the best I can. But they are so aware and so connected with a source, and it just blows me away. And the fact that they're in my car is just telling me that there's hope. And you are our hope. And when you understand this about yourself, as you work through your life and you learn things about yourself and you move into healing yourself, the expansiveness that comes upon you is going to be so incredible. And I just want you to know this. I don't know how else to explain it, but I think you probably understand what I'm saying. So what I want you also to know is that when things go on in your life and shit's hitting the fan, and life kind of just throws itself at you, don't despair. Try not to give up. Try not to despair. Recognize that what's happening is happening for you in order for you to heal your trauma, move through this, and become this powerful being that you have been put on this planet to be. And that's so important for you to understand that. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just different. Highly sensitive people have 20, well, on hsperson.com, there is a quick kind of like quiz you can take to find out what the traits of a highly sensitive person are and how you fit in. And there are 27 traits. And for example, and I have 26 out of 27. Until I did that quiz, I didn't even recognize the fact. I didn't want to know, because I thought there was something wrong with me, because people were always saying, oh, you're too sensitive. Oh, you've got all this drama going on. And then I realized that being highly sensitive, because it's a trait, it's not like you can get rid of it. And only 20% of the population is highly sensitive. So we're here, it feels like, intentionally to shift the energy on this planet. However, we have to shift it in ourselves first. And however, as you get older, you get to recognize that this is why you're here. And nobody's going to tell you that. Nobody knows how to tell you that. I'm here to tell you that. So what I want to say to you is just please give yourself a chance. Please keep going. Do whatever it is that needs to be done, and look for ways to heal yourself, because when you do that, you will begin to connect with this huge, expansive, big being inside of you that you may or may not know even exists. You may have a feeling they're in there, but you may not know what that looks like. So do the work. Know what an old soul is. Know that you are meant to be here. Know that you are here for a reason. And one of the reasons is to heal yourself so you can be a part of healing this planet. And I encourage you to look up the information about being highly sensitive and empathic, being an empath, because that's going to probably fit in with your being an old soul. And you get to take the reins of your life. Just take a step forward and just start. That's all I'm asking. So As far as adult old souls, if you haven't recognized that within yourself yet, same thing. It's no different. Well, I just wanted to share what was going on in my Uber. I didn't, I know that there are other old souls out there and highly sensitive people and empaths that are going through similar things that don't know what to do. So reach out. You can reach out to me or go on YouTube and find more videos and see what it's about, just so you can understand that truth of yourself. And then you can work through the healing of whatever traumas that you experienced. And you can step out into your bigness. That's what I want. That's what I've wanted for myself my whole life. And that's what I want for you. So, having said that, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I think that's it for today. Peace.